everyone, and welcome back to the Scottish Disney Cars Collector YouTube channel. And today we are going to be doing the video that I thought possibly might have not happened on this channel for a very long time at least, because I'm going to say this right off the bat, these have easily became the hardest cars to find this year, period. Like, yeah, you can maybe toss in like Eugene Carbon Rescue or Racing Rescue Mater or I don't know, Marshall's Wrench, but for me personally, these have been the big struggle so far this year. So we are finally going to be doing the KSW highlights, being Rally Race Jackson Storm, Race and Rescue Red, and Race and Rescue Sarge. So this case has been very hard to find. I have been searching high and low to get all three of these. Now you will notice package ones up in the back. Those are actually mine to open eventually. The ones you see sitting in front of you are my partner's. She opened her a lot last night because I said to her, well, if you open them, I can save my package ones for the video, or we could have just done it vice versa, but I want to save those ones in the back for the next Giga haul. So, this case, like, the search for it, but also just the high demand of it, and I think this has been the problem with Race and Rescue. It's not that it's a horrible line like many people are making it out to be, because honestly I actually quite like this line. It's grown me the more times went on. When it first got revealed in that, I was a bit like, I was skeptical of it because of what we had previously last year, but I was like, do you know what, the more time went on, I was just like, do you know what, fuck it, if they're the only new finds or cars we're getting this year, then go for it. Also, I've only just noticed this, they don't say new for 2025, which people might be like, oh, that's standard for UK packaging. Well, we started having that little badge again, and I'm pretty sure it was on the Case V stuff. I've only just noticed that. It's probably why they looked a bit better. Anyhow, I think the problem with Racing Rescue has been the stock is not meeting the demand for these, because, and I'm going to say this right now, people who are watching this video who hate this line, right, whether you like it or not, and you don't have to love or like this line to begin with, but whether you like it or not, this line is selling extremely well and doing very well in terms of sales, and to me, I think that's what matters when it comes to things like this. And it's nice seeing these on the pegs at last, and just the same fucking boring Ernie Gearson or fucking McQueen with Shovel or fucking, you know, Graham, even though Graham's awesome, but you know, like, you know what I'm getting at. We've just found the same, like, just crap they keep putting in cases. This is the stuff that stands out and that people actually want. And to me, I think as long as these things are selling well, then go for it. Because GRC, which in my opinion was a much better line, even though we got less of it, I really love GRC as a line, but I can't deny it fucking peg warmed, and people kind of got a bit bored of it eventually, you know. Now, whether fans are bored of these ones or not is down to personal preference, but I think because of how much of a great sale these have been, they're not hanging around. Like, this is the thing, we're not finding these fucking peg warming, are we? Because whether people will like it or not, this is still a line made for kids, right? Yes, there are collectors, there are adult collectors, there are pieces made for adult collectors, but this line, I think, is for everyone, to be completely honest. But it's kids who still buy these at the end of the day. Yeah, there might not be as much of a kid's interest for cars nowadays, but I think it's just because it's Race and Rescue, and it's about rescue vehicles and that, like, kids love that shit. I loved it growing up, you know. I would have fucking loved the hell out of these if I was a kid, you know. I would have been playing with them every day. So, you know, to me, this line's winning in terms of sales. Whether what they're putting out or not is what you like is entirely up to yourself, but in terms of sales, this line's doing really well. That 2-packs case has been so hard to fucking find. I don't have any of it yet. And I think I missed my chance with getting it from overseas, so I'm waiting for all those cases, those 2-packs to come back in the next case, because Docket has revealed it. So, yeah. Anyhow, went into Smith's yesterday. because I happened to check the website because I had a totally different plan yesterday. Had to go and drop off parcels, but literally before I walked out the door, I just thought I'd check Smith's. Had 3 parcels to go and drop off, and I basically went, fuck it, I will go and drop off the first parcel because it's next to the bus stop, and then I will just go head down. We can do the other parcels later. And I walked in at the right moment, at the right time, because literally the second I walked in, these were being put out on the pegs. So I am incredibly thankful because I've just paid 50 quid to get these highlights off of eBay. So yes, I currently am in possession of 3 sets of these technically. I actually just received a Jackson Storm in the post today, so I'm in current possession of 3 of these, even though one is my partner's. But I've just won a bid on eBay for 30 quid, and the Jackson was £15, £12.50, but when you add up postage, it all came to about 50. So I'm just going to sell that lot on. Either way, I'm very happy to have gotten these for retail price. I'm very thankful that I finally found them at last, because trust me, the search for these has not been fun. They've been coming to stores where they get maybe like 1 or 2 cases or just very limited stock. And for all I know for Smiths, this could be it. K6 is due out soon. This could be it. And I've just very thankfully managed to get 2 complete sets, because it was all well and great for getting a set for myself, but getting a set for my partner, I did not expect in the slightest, because she really wants these cars. She likes them a lot, actually. She's probably a bigger fan of this line than me, which is completely fine. You know, I hate how those fandoms tearing each other right now over fucking some metal cars. You know, it's just like, some of their designs might not be the best, but again, as I said, I think as long as they're selling, that's all that should really matter at the end of the day. So yeah, sorry, a bit of a tangent there and a ramble, but finally got this case. I've got all 3 highlights in possession now, so I can do this video. And I thought rather than just doing individual reviews, I would do a just a highlights video, because not including Ryan Shields, he'll get his own review. Because I'm gonna be honest, when my partner was opening these last night and passing them to me and I was looking at them, I'm not really the biggest fan of these cars, I have to be completely honest. And I know that might sound like rubbish because of all the effort and the searching that I just put into to try to get these, but I don't know, I think it's just because they're repaints of stuff we've had before. I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's just red and Sarge with different decals, it's just Jackson in a slightly different colour, you know. It's not anything worth getting like too crazy excited over, you know. So it's not like the Marsha Ells Wrench or Byron Crash for Margaret Motorway, because I like Marsha more than all of these, which I hate saying that, but I think it's just because it's not even a character that appears, it was just made up, but it's because she was still technically new and cancelled as well, so it was really nice to get her. But yeah, I just thought I'd do these as one video. I've got some cars up in the back that I want to make some slight comparisons to. I do have the pick remember Sarge from this year. I just could not be arsed digging it out. And all we're comparing is like a tiny bit of a plastic box on the front of him. Plus, you all know what Sarge looks like. Jackson, more the expression thing I want to compare, and I do not have a red on me that's in the correct scale, because obviously this one's scaled down. And let me just tell you this right now. This guy, which I can't believe I even fucking found 2 of yesterday, this car has been like fucking gold dust when you find it, because this is the one that keeps selling and keeps going every single fucking time people keep finding this bloody case. For me, I've found this case contents about 5 times previously, and all these cars are gone. So never mind trying to find a fucking red, you can't even find the other 2. But I think it's because it's a scaled down deluxe, it's big, it's chunky, people are going to want it. And this guy's going for about 30-40 quid on eBay right now, which is ridiculous. And I don't want to jump ahead here, but from what I've heard, red is quite possibly going to become the rarest car in this line, because, well, you will see what I mean in the next few days. But yeah, this guy is just gonna skyrocket in value quite easily, I think. Anyway, we're 10 minutes into this, let's get on with the review. So I'm going to go from least favourite to favourite, and my least favourite has to be Jackson Storm. Now, when these first got revealed, it was Sarge, but the more times went on, it's Jackson. I'll just probably camera down a little bit for this. So, Jackson Storm, he's okay, I think, design-wise. I'm not really a big fan of his expression or this teethy frown. Like, I think from a distance it actually looks alright, but when you get close up, like, it's because we've never had this before. I don't really like the eyes either. Like, just bringing in this beauty, which I just got recently, but here's the Racing Red version. You know, that just looks like Jackson Storm to me. It's cool getting a different expression of him, but I just prefer the more... I don't even like the card-free expression of the regular Jackson. Like, these ones they've done on, like, the GRC, this one, the Glow Racer one. I think that lower eye expression with just that mouth frown is much more better and suits and shows his character more. This, he just kind of looks confused as to, like, what the fuck is going on. And again, I think it's this teethy frown that he's got. But design-wise, he's not really any different. Obviously, the big find is on this on the hood, the Radiator Springs Rally Race 200, which I think looks lovely. I really like that beautiful silver sparkly shine trim. And he's got the logo on the side and igniter in red, which does look pretty good. And he's got the traditional S, and he's black in the front rather than his usual grey. And I do like the blue windows. However, the thing that I probably don't like about this at all is this silver. Now, rare that Thailand does silver on cars. I'll say that right now, because red has none of the fucking chrome at all, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But this is not a pure silver, and also what's really pissing me off is how in the fuck can they do silver on this Jackson Storm, but they can't on the other cars that should have it, like Cruise Ramirez, Chick Hicks, Lightning McQueen. You know, they've all got grey silver parts to them. I think Jeff's going to have that in Cal Weathers. It's like, why have you done silver on Jackson, but you've done all the other ones in grey? It doesn't make any sense to me in the slightest. And this silver's not the best painted. Like, this is just from coming out the package, and it's already deteriorated. Unless it was already like that, which is a possibility, but not a fan of it, to be completely honest. I probably just wish they painted the traditional grey, because it'd be consistent. Like with the wheels, they have done mixed wheels, which you can barely see, but yeah, one's grey and they're black in the front. And then the spoilers, Rally Race 200. Yeah, he's okay. Like, he's all right. It's just, I think it's just because of how kind of boring he is, you know. And I think Jackson Storm's a pretty boring design anyway. Like, but this though, I fucking love. But red's my favourite colour. So yeah. Anyway, Sarge. This guy's grown on me the more times went on. Love how they reused the pit crew member Sarge, and obviously I've swapped out the little gas box for the fire hydrant. You know, clever little reuse of a Thailand variant they brought out this year, because obviously it'll be the same cast and they've just swapped out the piece, obviously. He has these hooks on the back. Now, I don't remember, does Sarge have these previously, or are these brand new? Because my partner noticed this and was like, oh yeah, because she was thinking about making a keyring or something out of a Racing Rescue Sarge, I don't know. But yeah, it's strange seeing them. Was that always there before? Please let me know in the comments. Got Rescue, which looks pretty good there actually. I forgot that was there. And then you've got no text on this logo. And then this roof decal that everyone keeps complaining about. To be honest, I don't mind it actually. Seeing it in person, it actually kind of suits the overall design, I think, to be completely honest. I do, this one's grew on me. I do quite like it, to be honest. And he's got these red and white stripes on the back, and a star underneath. And really clever of swapping out the spare tire he's got in the back, I'm sure, for a little med pack. Do quite like that. But yeah, it's just your basic Sarge green. I think the expression is subtle different as well. Yeah, it would have been better to bring up one for a comparison, but as I said, I just could not be arsed digging it out, because I didn't have much to say as well on this guy anyway. So yeah, but he does the job. He does the job. I know I'm speeding through these very quickly, but I just generally don't have a lot to say about them. Red. Now, the one I was really hyped up and excited about, I'm quite disappointed by, to be completely honest. And it is the scale. It's not this incorrect scale, because I think, honestly, I think red actually looks alright next to these cars. Yeah, it's not accurate, but it's red's first time as a single, which I think is pretty cool. And we're getting a colour changer, which I'm really looking forward to. My problem is, and it's not the fact it's the old scaled down one from 2006, I don't mind that. I'm quite nostalgic for that car, because that was my red growing up. And then when they eventually corrected his scale with Cars 2, I was like, why is he big all of a sudden? You know, like, what's this all about? I was so confused, and obviously later on in years I learned. But it's just, this is all die cast in the front, and now this is all plastic. On the older one, the only plastic parts was this and the ladder. everything else was die cast, and he was so heavy. He's like the heaviest red they've ever made, because the deluxe one is basically like this. It's metal in the front, plastic in the back. But another thing I really don't like is all the fucking chrome, which I know Thailand doesn't really do silver anyway, but all that chrome is gone, which I find really upsetting, because I think it just would have made this guy shine even more. The ladder I can forgive for not being chrome, but even this bell should be chrome. I really don't like that. I just wish they actually gave it the proper detail, and and yeah, it's just because he's red. He's still red, and he's just had some rescue yellow stripes and yellow wheels put on him, and the Race and Rescue logo. Oh fuck, God, I did not like dropping that, because I think this is going to become like a £50 car in a year's time. I can easily see that happening. But I think it's just because he's just red. If not, like, my partner said he should have done with yellow with red accents, which I think would have been so fucking cool. But it's nice to see a red with yellow accents, because it's actually kind of missing from the regular diecast. So yeah. Also, don't really like the eyeliner. I think it looks too thick and ugly. I don't really like the expression either. I think it's just because of the eyeliner, because I've noticed Thailand don't do eyeliner well on like metal pieces. So yeah, but he's alright. He's alright. Anyway, that's my video on them. I really don't have a lot to say about these. Oh, actually, one more thing. Red is the same size as Mater. Yeah, literally the same size as Mater. So, like, because if you compare this to that, the exact scale, because he was downscaled, I was interested to see how that would work out, and he's just a boxy, small single like Mater, basically. So nice to see consistency in the height in that sense. But yeah, same size. So that's a factory custom I just got recently. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's my review, or my video on the KSW highlights. Again, I don't really have a ton to say about these. I will do Cruz, Luigi and Guido together when they eventually come out. Luigi and Guido I'm really looking forward to. I think they look fantastic. But I think it's just because they're repaints of like older characters. I'm just a bit like, yeah, they're alright at the end of the day. But I don't hate this line like a lot of people will say that. Anyway, see you all soon. Goodbye.